Good morning everyone. Welcome back. We're now in October and this is all going today, or at least it will be later on today. It's going to cost us a couple of grands to get through. We've had a look at a few of the sheds that they're going to put up for us. So we've got to get this moved out the way. This isn't going, this is staying obviously. That old thing that we can't move, that is going. They're going to take that as well. That's the first part of clearing up the farm, I guess. So we're just going to drop this here. So we'll probably put it in the edge of the bush line. Just over here. We'll do for now. Perfect. We're going to take this up to the store and pick up our cedar. I think it's probably going to be the best start of the day. You can see our field that we created. We've got a fair few stones in there. It's just it doesn't. I'm going to pull over just in case, but I've been here about a month now and not seen anyone. So yeah, it should be all right. But yeah, as you can see, the field's all ploughed. We've got some, I'd say, smallish sized rocks in here. We're not going to worry about them too much at the moment. All the way through the field, as you can see. We're not going to worry about them too much at the moment, but in future we will try and get a rock picker. We get these picked up and moved out of our fields, because in the long term they'll damage our equipment. But for now, we'll have to make do. We have to make do with what we can for the moment. I'm trying to think now. Since we go this way to the store. I was going to give Keith a ring, but we're only picking up our cedar, so hopefully we can just pick that up straight away. It's all paid for. We paid it in the last one. We will need some seeds, so I'm guessing we'll have to purchase a bag of seeds or two. We'll see what the cedar can hold. We'll see you up there. Here we are at the store. Just going to work out. Let's see if we can work out. Got any? D830 upper. So yeah, it does. I think hold about 1,000. I'm just going to give it a knock on the back door, see if anyone's there. And there we go. We have purchased one bag. Fortunately, Keith's wife was there. Sarah, lovely lady. She sorted us out. One of the guys just brought it out to us. So yeah, we've got a bag of seeds. So let's hook up the old tractor. I'm hoping this will be able to. It should be able to pull it. It should have no problems. Although we probably would be useful if we could get some sort of cab, especially as it's the winter months now. Let's lower that down so I haven't got as far to lift. Right, let's just shut that off for a sec. Oh god, blimey, these are heavy. There we go. Come on, in you go. There's the sweet spot. Now it says it holds 1,000 on the label. This is a bag of 1,000. Perfect. Right, so we have our cedar. Let's jump back on. Right, let's see if we can higher this up. Are we going to pull a wheelie? Nope, just enough weight. Alright. Yeah, we're going through the gears nicely. Alright, we'll head back to the farm then. Down this lovely bumpy road. Turn left. I got a phone call this morning from Honest Eddie. He wanted to pop by at some point and have a chin wag. And it's nice. Yeah, I said, yeah, I'd be more than welcome to, as long as we're not in the field at the time. Yeah, it'd be nice to, I mean, there's hardly anyone around, so it's nice to meet the few people that are around. They all seem fairly friendly. And Eddie seems like a nice young fella. He did want to, he wants to introduce me to another fella around here, one of his best friends. A young lad called Owen. Apparently Owen runs a cleaning business. He said it in a way that was, well, I'm not saying not kosher, but definitely an unusual way of saying cleaning business. But there we go. We'll find that out, I suppose, some point today. Let's get going. Here we are. We can probably put some wheat in, which is not going to be too much of a problem, although you can see I didn't do exactly a straight line here. Let's turn that down and turn that on. That seems to be working nicely. And what we'll do is we'll just go around this edge here a couple of times, try and get a straight line going, and then we can crack on. That's the best way of doing it. We're planting wheat for our first field. It's not the biggest of fields, but yeah, it'll do for the first field. We can always extend it next time. Alright, let's lift that up. I'm going to keep this line here straight down. I did lower that, didn't I? Yeah, beautiful. We're going to try and keep this straight line all the way down. Then we'll fill in any gaps, and then this will be the line that we'll take for the rest of the field. As you can see, we've still got stones everywhere, but as I say, we're working on a tight budget for now. Trying to keep a straight line. It's a bit bumpy. So the suspension on this seat is not the greatest. We're just past. So the sun's obviously just past us, and we're now in a shade of a tree here, so it's going to be a little hard to see the textures, but we haven't got far to go to get this line married up there. I think that'll do it. Let's lift that back up. There we go, perfect. We have mucked up there. There we go. Try and keep this straight is always a challenge. So yeah, we'll just lower that down. We'll just crack on, and we'll see you hopefully towards the end. Welcome back, viewers. Yeah, we're cracking on in the field. We've had JJ Constructions and Removals, or Removals and Constructions, however you want to call it. They're giving us a ring. We've made a payment over the phone to them ahead. We've chosen something. What we originally chose, we can't really have. So yeah, we've basically been able to get a refurbished or reused shed for cheap. It's going to cost us about £7 to change, or to get rid of what was gone. They should be here within the next 5-10 minutes, and get cracking. Say hopefully about another hour and a half. So we'll get cracking because we've still got quite a bit of field to do. We'll see you soon. Welcome back. We're, I'd say, just over halfway through this field. Construction company's been, they've gone. There's our new shed in the background there. You can see they removed the old one. They've kind of done me a solid. It's just this. Let's put this over here for a sec. Let's get it turned. Yeah, shut that off for a mo. Let me just hop the fence and I'll show you. So here's a new shed. It looks very much like wood, as you can see. But you get close enough, you can tell that it's not. But from a distance, it does. That's quite nice. And it's like a concrete slabbed base. That's quite nice. It's in sections as well. Just about make out. There's a joining, as you can see. It's not a permanent fixture, but it will do for us at the beginning. I've got to be careful. Spacious enough to fit everything we're going to need in for a while. Rather dark, no lights. So, yeah, but at least it's nice and it's a solid permanent. Although we've got a couple of timbers here, as you can see, it's where they put it on. He said this is the weakest point, so they've just braced it with a couple of timber pieces, just in case as a makeshift. But for £3 I'm happy with that. So that was £3. The removal cost a lot more, as you can imagine. And they're coming back to do a couple of bolting adjustments. Hang on a second, I just got a message. It's Eddie. It's going to be a bit later than he thought. It may be late afternoon. That's no problem. We've still got the rest of the field to do anyway. So yeah, they're going to come back and do a few more minor adjustments. I've got to pay a small amount to the guy that gets here. Plus, I do feel like I have to give him a little tip. They've been absolutely brilliant. They've been fantastic. So we'll crack on in this field and get our first crops done. We've not been able to test the soil. Obviously, we're not set up for it just yet. Not the greatest bit. It's probably a bit clay there. A bit heavy in clay. You can only do what you can do. Let's try and turn this thing around. There we go. It's back down the next line. So yeah, we'll get this done. We'll see you hopefully within the hour. We'll get this done. It's get boggy in some places, but we'll get it done. Hopefully they'll come back and sort that corner out. We won't have any more supports there. Or maybe we'll end up with more, who knows. But yeah, we're told to give it at least a few hours before really using it. So who knows? They should be back. They should be back to do it today. As they said, they're hoping to come back before lunchtime. Obviously got more jobs on today. And we're not exactly the most closest place for them to get to. We'll crack on in the meantime. And I've seen a massive bit that I missed there. I think what I'll do is I'll cut in and do that now while I remember. Otherwise I'll only forget. And I don't want a whole row of crop that looks like I've lost a crop there. That'd be a bad idea. That should be that covered. Now we just got to go. It'll be easier if I lift that up. Back to the line we were on. Yeah, so we'll see you again momentarily. Welcome back. We're all done. Field's all complete. We've touched all the little bits up we missed as well. There was a few odd spots. Eddie's been round. We'll show you what he's brought us. Lovely fellow he is. Probably see it as we drive past. I'm just going to swing this in. Whee! Stick the seeder in this corner. Try and be careful not to hit any of the sides. Yeah, let's push that back a little bit more. There we go. Perfecto. We'll grab the... Oh, I'm not looking at what I'm doing now. I'm going to grab the plough. We'll stick that in there as well so it's undercover, and we'll pop everything away. And then I'll show you and talk you through what Eddie's done for us. An absolute lifesaver considering how much money we have. There we go. We'll keep that there for now. But yeah, he's Yeah, nice. It's a nice truck. Let's have a look on the inside, shall we? Oh, he's locked it. Honest Eddie. He may have done us a treat, but he don't trust us with his truck. Fair enough. But yeah, he's got us this. Yeah, I'm guessing none of you know what this is. Well, basically, this lot here, this is a flat pack house. He said it's he's had a couple of these before over the times when he's moved around. He said this is one of his newer ones that he's never put together. Yeah, it's a pattern part house. Jigsaw. There's furniture involved and everything. I have no idea what it's going to look like when we put it up, but yeah, I suppose in the next video you'll see that we would have assembled it, popped it down somewhere, and we would have a warm home for the winter. Apparently it can get quite cold around here, so it'll be nice to get out of the tent. That's for certain. But yeah, if you have a look here, the field is now all complete. Very nice. We have our first field. It is done, dusted. Seeds all in and evenly distributed. It could do with a roll. I'm not sure if we can afford a roller yet, so what we'll do right this second is we're going to get the trailer, get this hooked up and put away. There we are. We're just backing it in. It's a little tough to see with these mirrors. Although I might get the hard top taken off now we've made it all the way down here. Now we're actually down here because we're going to be needing the truck flatbed more than we are a waterproof cover. So we may get that taken off. That should do the trick. That should be right up against it. Let's pull forward and we'll check out our parking. Right. Did we do a good job? Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. Right up against it almost. Oh, perfect. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll quickly shoot back up to the store, see Keith or Sarah, see if they're in and see if they've got a roller for us. Here we are, approaching the store. We're just going to swing in the side and go in the front. I think they prefer us using the front anyway. We'll just pull up by these bins and see what they have. Alright. I love these automatic gates. Watch, as you cross it. Yeah, it closes. Fantastic. Ah, you're right, Sarah. That's Sarah, Keith's wife. But we'll see you in a minute. Well, here we are. This is probably the only thing he's got that we could possibly use. It comes in various different sides. You can have folding sides. So you can add more to them. As you can see. The problem is it's £5 grand. We haven't got £5 grand. We have not got £5 grand. There is a leasing. We could lease from them. It would only be 255 quid. So it may be something we do. We may lease it. It's a decision that's going to be a bit of a tough one considering our time constraints. I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave it this time round. There we go. You alright, Says? How you doing? Yeah. Nice weather, isn't it? You off home? I'm just going back to the farm now. See you later. Sarah's Keith's wife. She's off home. I'm guessing she's going to pick up some kids. I love the way that closes behind you. Right. Unfortunately, we didn't get a roller. I thought maybe a roller would be fairly cheap. Just a cylinder at the end of the day. We could make one out of some barrels or something. But I did get rid of all the barrels. So that doesn't really help matters. So I think that's gonna be it for today. I think I'll get a good night's sleep, and tomorrow, or at least the next couple of coming days, I'll get this little house put up, and we'll see what that looks like. Oh, I just got another message. Hold on. Let's pull over. Let's pull over here and read this quickly. And it's from Eddie. It said, oh, that's interesting. Some nice information for us here. Alright, the text says, and it is from Eddie, when you've got plenty of stones, give me a call. I'll introduce you to Owen then, and he'll be able to clean them for you. Wink, wink. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Kind of makes you want to get a stone picker now. But we haven't really got the cash flow at the moment. So, I'd probably have to wait until we do a new field later on in the year. If we ever can afford a new field. I mean, at the moment we could plough one in, but the thought of wasting that much diesel with how little money we have on the tractor, I mean, that would just be, at the moment, be foolish. We definitely need to get some money income first. Might have to do some tree trimming. So what we'll do is swing this in. Oh, I do need to get this washed somewhere. Maybe if I just drive it into the river, maybe I'll get it cleaned up that way. Who knows? We'll pull this in here. Everything's nice, safe, out the way. They'll probably stay warmer and drier than what I will. Mind you, as long as it ain't too heavy rain, this canvas has been alright. It's been water treated. So, yeah. Right, I'm going to light the fire and go have a cup of tea, I think. Oh! Oh, have I turned that on? Oh, oh dear. Right. Sorry there. I was just called let's say nature. You don't need to know the rest. Right. Yeah, I've had a nice rest. Let me just put that back on the table. I've had a nice rest. Had a nice cup of tea. I think I'm going to start to unload this lot and make a start of it. Because I need something warm for the winter. I'm going to put this down here, and I'll see you in a few days in the next video. It'll probably be a little colder by then as well, and hopefully next time you'll see me, I'll have whatever this house build is, I'll have it up. Hopefully get this, find somewhere for this to go. We'll see if we can maybe someone will want it, maybe we could sell it to someone. Who knows. But yeah, I'm gonna go catch some Z's, so I'll catch you next time, and until then, have a good one. Take care.